Hello, my name is John Erskin. Thanks for joining me for this grammar tutorial. In today's video, I will talk about the part of speech known as nouns. By the end of this video, you should be able to recognize the different types of nouns used in the English language and how they're used in everyday conversation. In today's video, I will cover the following topics: common and proper nouns, concrete and abstract nouns, collective nouns, count nouns, and non-count nouns. If you have any questions about today's lesson, please post them in the comment section below and I'll answer all of your questions there. Now, let's get started. What are nouns? Nouns are words that we use to talk about and identify people, places, animals, ideas, and concepts. Nouns are divided into types according to what they identify and how they're used. The first two categories we'll look at today are common and proper nouns. There are three nouns in the following sentence. Can you tell me what they are? In the sentence, there are three men standing outside the door talking to Bob. The nouns are men, door, and Bob. The nouns men and door are both common nouns. Bob is a proper noun. Common nouns are words that identify items that belong to non-specific or general categories. Proper nouns are used to identify items that belong to specific categories. The noun men is a general noun used to talk about people. The word door is a general noun that is used to talk about a movable opening in a wall. The noun Bob is a specific noun that is used to talk about a specific person. Proper nouns are always written with a capital first letter, but common nouns are never capitalized unless they are the first word in a sentence. Sometimes common nouns can also be proper nouns. For example, I went to university at the University of Tennessee. In this sentence, the noun university is both a common noun and a proper noun. In the first instance, university is a common noun that refers to a type of school for higher education. In the second instance, university is used as part of the name of a specific university, the University of Tennessee. So, anytime a common noun is used as part of the name of something or someplace, the noun is a proper noun and needs to be capitalized. Some other examples are, building the USS Enterprise was a group enterprise that took many years. The furniture factory is a factory where furniture is made. The USS Enterprise is the name of a military battleship, and therefore enterprise needs to be capitalized. As a common noun, enterprise has a similar meaning as project and does not need to be capitalized. Furniture factory is the name of a company. Therefore, both the nouns furniture and factory need to be capitalized. As common nouns, furniture refers to things like sofas, chairs, and other items we use in our homes. And factory refers to a type of business where things are made. As common nouns, they do not need to be capitalized. You should now have a pretty good understanding of the difference between common and proper nouns. So let's move on to our next topic, concrete and abstract nouns. Concrete nouns are things, people, and animals that you can experience using at least one of your five senses. Abstract nouns refer to things you cannot experience using your five senses. Nouns that are abstract refer to an aspect, concept, idea, experience, state of being, trait, quality, or feeling. Nouns such as idea, rest, and education are abstract nouns. We cannot experience them using our five senses. Some other abstract nouns are beauty, bravery, brilliance, brutality, curiosity, humor, talent, stupidity, and joy. Here's a list of nouns. Which ones are concrete and which ones are abstract? Oxygen and air are concrete. Even though we cannot see them, we interact with them using at least one of our 5 senses. Day and love are abstract nouns because we cannot experience them with our senses. That brings us to our next topic, which is collective nouns. Collective nouns are words that refer to groups of people, animals, or things. There are many collective nouns in the English language. I've left a link in the description of some common collective nouns. Here's a list of plural nouns. Can you tell me what the collective noun for these groups are? The collective noun for students is class. Teachers, faculty. Sports players, team. Birds, flock. People watching a movie are called an audience. 2 people together are a couple. 2 shoes is a pair. A group of cows is known as a herd. Which brings us to our last topic of this video, count and non-count nouns. Count nouns are nouns that can be counted. To count the noun, we make it plural and then add a number in front of the noun. A student, 2 students. A car, 2 cars. A dog, 2 dogs. Here's a list of count nouns. Can you tell me the plural forms? As you can see, not all nouns form their plural by adding s to the end of the noun. Some nouns become plural by changing their spelling. Man becomes men, woman becomes women, wife becomes wives, and so on. I have provided a link in the description to a web page that will help you learn the spelling rules for these irregular nouns. Non-count nouns are nouns that cannot be made plural and therefore cannot be counted. All liquids are non-count nouns. Things like water, milk, and cola are a few examples. To count non-count nouns, we have to use nouns that can be counted in front of the non-count noun. For example, to count water, we have to use glass, cup, or some other container. A glass of water, 2 glasses of water. Here are some other non-count nouns. Can you tell me how to count them? We count cheese and bread using the counters piece and slice. We count paper using sheet. Peanut butter is counted using jar. Toothpaste uses tube. And ice cream uses bowl, cup, or scoop to count the quantity. As you can see, many non-count nouns share counters. Notice also that when using counters, we always use the preposition of. A piece of bread, 2 pieces of cheese. Some nouns can be both count and non-count depending on how they are used. One example is the noun chicken. If you were talking about chicken to mean an animal that is alive, chicken is a countable noun. You can have 1 chicken or you can have 100 chickens. If, however, you're talking about chicken as something you eat for dinner, chicken is a non-count noun and you have to use the counter pieces. I'd like 3 pieces of chicken for dinner, please. To indicate an unspecified quantity of something, we use the modifiers many, much, lots of, a lot of, and some. Many and much are used in formal situations, whereas lots of and a lot of is normally used in informal situations. Some can be used in either formal or informal situations. Many is used with count nouns. Much is used with non-count nouns. Lots of, a lot of, and some can be used with both count and non-count nouns. Many and much are also used to form questions. Here are some examples. Does he have many friends? Yes, he has many friends. Do you have much money? No, I don't have a lot of money. We can also use the words little or few. Few is used with count nouns and little is used with non-count nouns. Here are some examples. I only have a few students in my morning class. There is only a little milk left. Please buy some more when you go shopping. We can also use the modifiers so or to with many and much, few and a little. With much and many, they indicate that the quantity is very large or excessive. With few or little, they indicate that the quantity is very small or not enough. Some examples are, Carla has so many books, she can't get them all into her backpack. Kevin has had too much to drink. He can't drive. There was so little hot water, I had to take a cold shower. There were too few students, so the class was canceled. Okay, this brings us to the end of this tutorial. So let's recap what you have learned. First, you learned that nouns are words that we use to talk about and identify people, places, animals, ideas, and concepts. Nouns are divided into types according to what they identify. Common nouns are words that identify items that belong to nonspecific or general categories. Proper nouns, on the other hand, are used to identify items that belong to specific categories, and they are always capitalized. You also learned that any time a common noun is used as part of the name of a place or thing, it's a proper noun and needs to be capitalized. Then we talked about collective nouns. Collective nouns are words that refer to groups of things or people. You also learned that concrete nouns are things, people, and animals that you experience with your five senses. And abstract nouns refer to things that you cannot experience with your five senses. I talked about count and non-count nouns, and you learned that count nouns are nouns that can be counted. To count the noun, we make the noun plural and add a number in front of the noun. Non-count nouns are nouns that cannot be counted. To count non-count nouns, we have to use nouns that can be counted in front of the non-count noun. Some nouns can be both count and non-count, depending on how they are used. You learned that you can use the counters some, lots of, and a lot of with both count and non-count nouns to talk about quantity. You can also use the words many, much, few, and little. Many and few are used with count nouns. Much and little are used with non-count nouns. Many and much are used to talk about a quantity that is very large or excessive. Few and little are used to talk about a quantity that is very small or not enough. I hope this tutorial has been helpful. Remember, if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below and I'll answer them there. Be sure to visit my website, John's ESL Community, for more helpful information, games, and activities designed to help you learn and improve your English. If you like this video, click the like button and share it with your friends and classmates. If you're not a subscriber, click the logo that you should see on your screen now and join me for more tutorials that will help you improve your English. And as always, thanks for watching.